Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have all the luck? Why success appears to follow them wherever they go, while others struggle to catch a break? Well, get ready, because I'm about to share with you a simple yet powerful method that can transform your life and attract success like never before. This isn't about working harder or being smarter than everyone else. It's about something much more fundamental. It's about changing how you see yourself and the world around you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another self-help trick that probably doesn't work. But let me tell you, this is different. This method is rooted in ancient wisdom and backed by modern psychology. It's a secret that successful people have been using for centuries, often without even realizing it. And the best part? Anyone can do it. Yes, that includes you. So, if you're ready to become a magnet for success, to unlock opportunities you never thought possible, then stay with me. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to tap into a power you already have within you. A power that, once unleashed, will have you wondering why you didn't start using it sooner. Now let's dive into what I like to call the mirror principle. It's a powerful idea that comes from spirituality, but don't worry, you don't need to be spiritual to use it. The mirror principle is simple. Imagine that the world around you is one big mirror, constantly reflecting what's going on inside your mind. Think about that for a second. Everything you see, every situation you find yourself in, every opportunity that comes your way, or doesn't, it's all a reflection of your inner thoughts and beliefs. If you believe good things will happen to you, the mirror shows you good stuff. If you think life is hard and nothing ever goes your way, well, the mirror obliges and shows you exactly that. But here's where it gets really interesting. This mirror isn't fixed. It's not like the mirror in your bathroom that always shows the same reflection. No, this mirror is magical. It changes based on what you think and believe. And that means you have the power to change what it shows you. Let me give you an example. Have you ever noticed how when you're in a bad mood, everything seems to go wrong? You stub your toe, you spill your coffee, you're late for work. It's like the whole world is against you. But is it really? Or is it just that your negative mood is being reflected back at you, making you more likely to notice and experience negative things? On the flip side, think about those days when you wake up feeling great. Suddenly, everything seems to go your way. You hit all green lights on your way to work, your boss compliments you on a job well done, you find money you forgot you had in your pocket. Is it just a coincidence? Or is it your positive state of mind being mirrored back to you? Now, why should you care about this mirror stuff? Because understanding and using the mirror principle can change everything in your life. And I mean everything. First off, it puts you in the driver's seat of your own life. No more feeling like a victim of circumstance. No more blaming others for your problems. When you truly get this principle, you realize that you have the power to shape your life. Isn't that amazing? You're not at the mercy of some random universe. You're the creator of your own reality. Think about what this means for a moment. Every success you want, every goal you have, suddenly becomes possible. Because if your outer world is just a reflection of your inner world, then all you need to do is change what's inside. Want more money? Change how you think about money. Want better relationships? Change how you see yourself in relation to others. Want better health? Start with your beliefs about your body and well-being. But I'll be honest with you, there's a catch. To make this work, you need to be brutally honest with yourself. You need to take a good hard look at what you really believe deep down. And sometimes that can be uncomfortable. We all have limiting beliefs, fears, and doubts that we'd rather not face. But here's the thing. Facing them is the first step to changing them. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to take full responsibility for your life? To stop making excuses and start making changes? It's not always easy, but I promise you, it's worth it. Because once you start consciously using the mirror principle, you'll be amazed at how your life transforms. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical. You might be thinking, if it's this simple, why isn't everyone doing it? Well, the truth is, many successful people are doing it. They just might not call it the mirror principle. They might call it positive thinking, or the law of attraction, or just having a good attitude. But at its core, it's all the same thing. Understanding that your outer world reflects your inner world. But don't just take my word for it. I want you to try it out for yourself. In the coming days, start paying attention to your thoughts and beliefs. Notice how they affect your mood, your actions, and the results you get. You might be surprised at what you discover. And here's a little secret. Just by being aware of the mirror principle, you've already started to change your reflection. You've opened yourself up to a new way of seeing the world. And that, my friend, is the first step towards attracting more success into your life. Now, let's break down how this mirror thing works in real life. Because it's one thing to understand the concept, and another to see how it plays out in your day-to-day experiences. Let's start with a common example: money. Say you have a deep-seated belief that you're not good with money. Maybe you think, I'm just not the type of person who can save, or rich people are lucky and I'm not. These thoughts might seem harmless, just observations about yourself and the world. But according to the mirror principle, they're much more than that. They're instructions to your subconscious mind, and by extension, to the universe. So what happens? Well, the mirror, which is life, says, "Oh, you think you're bad with money? You believe rich people are just lucky? All right then, here's more proof to support those beliefs." And suddenly, you find yourself overspending or missing out on good financial opportunities. You might notice all the ways you're struggling with money while overlooking the ways you could improve your situation. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. But now, let's flip the script. Imagine you start thinking, I'm getting better with money every day, or I attract financial opportunities easily. At first, nothing might seem to change. But remember, the mirror takes a little time to adjust its reflection. If you stick with these new thoughts, you'll start to notice small shifts. Maybe you'll feel inspired to learn more about personal finance, or you'll start spotting ways to save money that you overlooked before. Perhaps a friend will tell you about a great investment opportunity. These small shifts can snowball into bigger changes. As you see evidence of your new beliefs coming true, it becomes easier to believe them. And as you believe them more strongly, you see even more evidence. It's a positive cycle that can completely transform your financial situation over time. Now, here's an important point to remember. The mirror doesn't judge. It doesn't decide whether your thoughts are good or bad, right or wrong. It just reflects what you believe deep down. This is why sometimes people can have positive thoughts on the surface, but still get negative results. The mirror reflects your deepest, most fundamental beliefs, not just the thoughts you think on purpose. Let's look at another example: relationships. If you have a core belief that relationships are hard work, or all the good ones are taken, guess what kind of experiences you're likely to have? You might find yourself constantly struggling in your relationships or having trouble meeting someone compatible. The mirror is simply showing you what you expect to see. But if you shift your belief to something like, I attract healthy, loving relationships easily, things start to change. You might suddenly notice more positive qualities in your current relationships. Or if you're single, you might start meeting people who are more aligned with what you're looking for. It's not that these opportunities weren't there before. It's that now you're attuned to noticing them. This principle applies to every area of your life, your career, your health, your personal growth. They're all reflections of your inner world. The situations you find yourself in, the opportunities that come your way, even the way people treat you. They're all, in a sense, mirrors showing you your deepest beliefs about yourself and the world. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. But what about things that are out of my control? Surely not everything is a reflection of my thoughts. And you're right, to an extent. We don't live in a vacuum, and there are certainly external factors that influence our lives. But here's the key. While you can't always control what happens to you, you can control how you interpret and respond to what happens. And that interpretation, that response, is what the mirror reflects back to you. For instance, let's say you lose your job. That might seem like a purely external event, something that just happened to you. But how you view that situation, as a devastating setback or as an opportunity for a fresh start, will largely determine what happens next. If you see it as a catastrophe, you might fall into a funk, miss out on new opportunities, and struggle to find a new job. But if you see it as a chance to pursue a career you're more passionate about, you might discover options you never considered before, network more effectively, and end up in an even better position. The mirror principle doesn't mean nothing bad will ever happen to you. But it does mean that you have more control over your life experiences than you might think. It's about recognizing that your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes shapes your outer world in powerful ways. And here's something really important to understand. This isn't about blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong in your life. It's not about feeling guilty for having negative thoughts or experiences. We all have those. It's part of being human. Instead, it's about empowering yourself. It's about realizing that if your thoughts and beliefs can shape your reality in negative ways, they can also shape it in positive ways. Think of it like this. If you believed that the world was a dark, scary place where nothing good ever happens, how would you act? You'd probably be cautious, suspicious, always on guard. And in being that way, you'd likely miss out on a lot of good things that were actually available to you. You might push away friendly people, overlook opportunities, or talk yourself out of taking positive risks. Now imagine believing that the world is full of opportunities, that people are generally kind, that good things happen to you regularly. How differently would you act? You'd probably be more open, more willing to take chances, more likely to connect with others. And in doing so, you'd create more positive experiences for yourself. This is how the mirror principle works. It's not magic. It's about how your beliefs shape your perceptions and actions, which in turn shape your experiences. And the beautiful thing is, once you understand this, you can start to consciously shape your reality. But remember, the mirror doesn't change overnight. Just like it takes time for a garden to grow after you plant seeds, It takes time for your new thoughts and beliefs to be reflected in your outer world. This is why consistency and patience are so important when working with the mirror principle. In the next section, we'll talk about how you can start changing your inner world to create the reflection you want to see. We'll discuss practical steps you can take to shift your thoughts and beliefs, and how to stay consistent even when it seems like nothing is changing. Because once you master this, you'll have a tool that can truly transform your life and attract success in ways you never thought possible. Now that we understand how the mirror principle works, let's talk about how we can use it to our advantage. The key is to change our inner world, our thoughts, beliefs, and self-image. Remember, what we see in the mirror of life is a reflection of what's inside us. So if we want to change the reflection, we need to change what's being reflected. Let's start with the most important part: who you want to be. Notice I didn't say what you want to have or what you want to do. Those things are important, but they're secondary to who you are. Your identity, your self-image, is the foundation of everything else in your life. Think about it this way. If you see yourself as someone who struggles with money, you might set a goal to make more money. But even if you achieve that goal, you'll likely find ways to struggle again, because that's who you believe you are. On the other hand, if you see yourself as someone who easily attracts abundance, making more money becomes a natural outcome of who you are. So how do we change our self-image? It starts with conscious choice. You get to decide who you want to be. This might feel strange at first, like you're pretending or making things up. But remember, your current self-image was also made up at some point, based on your experiences and what others told you. Now, you're taking control of that process. Here's a practical exercise. Take a piece of paper and write down 3 to 5 statements about the person you want to be. These should be positive statements in the present tense, as if they're already true. For example, instead of "I want to be confident," you might write, "I am confident and self-assured in all situations." Instead of "I want to be rich," you might write, "I am someone who attracts abundance easily and uses it wisely." "I am a person who radiates positivity and inspires others." "I am healthy, energetic, and take excellent care of my body." "I am creative and always find innovative solutions to challenges." These statements are your new self-image. They're the new you that the mirror will reflect. But here's the important part. You need to feel these statements. It's not enough to just repeat them mindlessly. Close your eyes, say each statement, and really imagine what it feels like to be that person. What would you do differently? How would you carry yourself? What decisions would you make? Now, I know some of you might be thinking, "But that's not true. I'm not really that person yet." And you're right, in a way. But here's the secret. Acting as if you already are that person is the fastest way to become that person. It's like the old saying, "Fake it till you make it," but with a twist. You're not really faking it. You're choosing to embody a new version of yourself. This might feel uncomfortable at first. You might feel like an imposter. That's okay. It's a natural part of the process. Your old self-image will try to reassert itself. But if you persist, if you keep choosing to be this new version of yourself, it will start to feel more and more natural. And as it does, you'll start to see changes in your outer world, reflecting this new inner reality. Now that we've worked on changing how you see yourself, let's talk about changing how you see the world around you. Because remember, the mirror principle isn't just about reflecting your self-image. It's about reflecting your entire inner world, including your beliefs about how the world works. Many of us have picked up beliefs about the world that don't serve us. We might believe that life is a struggle, that good things are rare, that people can't be trusted, or that success only comes to a lucky few. And guess what? If those are your beliefs, that's exactly what the mirror will show you. But here's the exciting part. Just like you can choose a new self-image, you can choose new beliefs about the world. You can decide to see the world as a place of abundance, opportunity, and positive experiences. And when you do, that's what you'll start to see reflected back at you. So let's do another exercise. Write down 3 to 5 positive statements about how the world works in your favor. These should be broad, general statements about life and how things work. For example, the world is full of opportunities for growth and success. Good things come to me easily and frequently. I am always in the right place at the right time. The universe supports me in achieving my goals. Every challenge I face is an opportunity for growth and learning. Again, these might not feel true at first. You might have evidence from your past that seems to contradict these statements. That's okay. Remember, we're not describing the world as it has been for you up to now. We're describing the world as you choose to see it from this point forward. When you start to view the world this way, you'll be amazed at what you notice. Opportunities you might have overlooked before will start to stand out. People will seem more helpful and supportive. Even challenges will start to look different. Instead of roadblocks, you'll see them as chances to grow and learn. This shift in perspective can be truly life-changing. It's like putting on a pair of glasses that lets you see all the good things that were always there, but that you couldn't perceive before. And the more you look for these positive aspects of life, the more of them you'll find. It's a self-reinforcing cycle that can transform your entire experience of life. But here's an important point. This isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the positive aspects of life while seeing challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. It's about believing in possibility rather than limitation. For example, let's say you're facing a difficult situation at work. Instead of thinking, "Things always go wrong for me," you might think, "This is a chance for me to show my problem-solving skills and add value to my team." Instead of seeing it as a crisis, you see it as an opportunity. And because you see it that way, you're more likely to approach it creatively and confidently, which increases your chances of a positive outcome. Now we come to what might be the most important part of using the mirror principle: consistency. You see, changing your thoughts and beliefs isn't a one-time thing. It's not like flipping a switch where suddenly everything is different. It's more like tending a garden. You plant the seeds of your new thoughts and beliefs, but you need to water them regularly and give them time to grow. This is where many people struggle. They try changing their thoughts for a day or two, don't see instant results, and give up. But remember, the mirror of life takes time to adjust its reflection. Your outer world doesn't change overnight, just because you changed your thoughts. There's often a lag time between your inner shift and the outer manifestation. So, how do we stay consistent? First, make it a daily practice. Read your new self-image statements and your positive worldview statements every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed. Feel them, believe them, Live them as much as you can throughout your day. But here's the real challenge. You need to stick with these new thoughts even when things seem tough. Even when your outer world doesn't seem to be changing yet. This is where your commitment is truly tested. It's easy to think positively when things are going well. The real work is maintaining that positive mindset when faced with challenges or setbacks. Let's say you've been affirming that you're someone who attracts abundance, but then you face an unexpected expense. Your old thinking might rush in, saying, "See? I knew it. I'm just not good with money." This is the moment where you need to consciously choose your new belief. You might think, "This is just a temporary situation. I am still someone who attracts abundance, and I will find a way through this that ultimately increases my wealth." Remember, the old reflection you're seeing is just echoes from your past thoughts. It's like seeing your old hairstyle in a picture after you've just gotten a new one. The picture doesn't change instantly just because you changed your hair. In the same way, your outer circumstances might take time to catch up with your new inner reality. This is why patience is so crucial. You're playing a long game here. You're reprogramming beliefs that might have been with you for years or even decades. It takes time. But if you stay consistent, if you keep aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with your new chosen reality, you will start to see changes. And here's some good news. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to maintain positive thoughts 100% of the time. We're human, and we all have moments of doubt or negativity. The key is to not let those moments derail you. When you catch yourself falling into old thought patterns, gently guide yourself back to your new way of thinking. It's not about never having a negative thought. It's about not dwelling in negativity when it arises. Also, start looking for evidence that your new reality is coming true. Celebrate every little win, no matter how small. Did you find $1 on the street? Celebrate it as a sign that you're becoming a money magnet. Did someone compliment your work? See it as confirmation that you're becoming more skilled and valued in your career. The more you acknowledge and appreciate these small signs, the more of them you'll notice, and the faster they'll grow into bigger manifestations. This is also where the power of gratitude comes in. Gratitude is like a magnifying glass for the good things in your life. The more gratitude you feel for what you already have, the more things you'll find to be grateful for. It's one of the fastest ways to shift your vibration and start attracting more positive experiences. So make gratitude a part of your daily practice too. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. It could be as simple as a delicious cup of coffee or a beautiful sunset. The point is to train your mind to focus on the good things in your life. As you do this consistently, you'll start to notice a shift. Your mood will improve. You'll feel more optimistic and confident. You'll handle challenges with more grace and resilience. And gradually, you'll start to see bigger changes in your outer world. Opportunities will appear. Relationships will improve. Your career might take off in exciting new directions. Your financial situation might transform. But here's the thing. Even as these outer changes start to happen, don't lose sight of the inner work. Because the truth is, the real success, the real transformation is who you become in the process. The outer success is just a bonus. The real victory is in becoming someone who knows their own power, who understands how to shape their reality, who lives with purpose and positivity. And that, my friend, is the true magic of the mirror principle. It's not just about attracting success. It's about becoming the kind of person for whom success is natural and inevitable. It's about aligning your inner world with the life you want to live, and then watching as your outer world transforms to match. So, are you ready to commit to this journey? Are you ready to consistently choose new thoughts, to patiently tend the garden of your new beliefs, to celebrate small wins and practice gratitude? If you are, then you're on the verge of a tremendous transformation. You're about to discover just how powerful you really are and just how much you can shape your own reality. Remember, the mirror of life is always reflecting. The question is, what do you choose to show it? Choose wisely, choose consistently, and watch as your world transforms around you. Dealing with setbacks, embracing challenges as opportunities. Now let's talk about something that's bound to happen on your journey. Setbacks. Yes, even when you're using the mirror principle, you'll face challenges. That's just part of life. But here's the exciting part. When you understand the mirror principle, you can turn these setbacks into stepping stones to even greater success. First, let's reframe how we think about setbacks. Instead of seeing them as failures or proof that the mirror principle isn't working, see them as opportunities. They're chances to practice your new way of thinking, to strengthen your new beliefs, and often to learn valuable lessons that will propel you forward. When things go wrong, and they sometimes will, don't fall back into old thinking patterns. It's easy to slip into thoughts like, "See, I knew this wouldn't work for me," or "nothing ever goes right in my life." But remember, those thoughts are from your old self-image, your old way of seeing the world. They're the very things you're working to change. Instead, when you face a challenge, ask yourself empowering questions. What can I learn from this situation? How is this helping me grow? What opportunity might be hidden in this challenge? These questions shift your focus from the problem to the potential. They put you in a solution-oriented mindset rather than a victim mentality. And often, you'll find that by asking these questions, you discover insights or opportunities you might have missed if you were solely focused on the negative aspect of the situation. Let me give you an example. Say you're using the mirror principle to attract more success in your career, and you've been passed over for a promotion you really wanted. Your old self might have thought, "I'm just not good enough," or "I'll never get ahead in this company." But your new self, the one practicing the mirror principle, might think, "This is an opportunity for me to identify areas where I can improve." Or perhaps this is redirecting me towards an even better opportunity I haven't seen yet. By reframing the setback this way, you stay aligned with your new, empowering beliefs. You remain open to opportunities and solutions. And often, you'll find that this setback was indeed setting you up for something even better. Maybe a different position that's an even better fit, or the push you needed to start your own business. Remember, the mirror reflects your deepest beliefs. If you believe that setbacks are opportunities in disguise, that's what they'll become for you. If you believe that everything happens for your highest good, even if you can't see how right away, that belief will be reflected back to you in amazing ways. Another crucial aspect of dealing with setbacks is to look for small signs that your new reality is coming true. Celebrate every little win, no matter how tiny it might seem. Did you handle a stressful situation better than you would have in the past? That's a win. Did you come up with a creative solution to a problem? That's a win. Did you maintain a positive attitude in the face of a challenge? Definitely a win. The more you notice and celebrate these small victories, the more of them you'll see. It's like tuning a radio to pick up a particular frequency. Once you're tuned in to the frequency of success and growth, you'll pick up more and more of those signals. This practice of celebrating small wins serves two important purposes. First, it keeps you motivated and positive, which is crucial for maintaining your new thought patterns. Second, it trains your mind to look for the positive in every situation, which is a key skill in using the mirror principle effectively. Now that we've covered all the key aspects of the mirror principle, let's put it all together into a practical roadmap you can follow to attract more success into your life. Understand the mirror principle. Remember, the world around you is a reflection of your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and self-image. What you see out there is a mirror of what's in here. Create your new self-image. Write down 3 to 5 statements that describe the person you want to be. Make them positive, present tense statements. For example, I am confident and capable in all situations. Reshape your worldview. Write down 3 to 5 statements about how the world works in your favor. For instance, opportunities for growth and success are all around me. Practice consistently. Read your statements every morning and evening. Feel them, believe them, and act as if they're already true. Stay patient. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. The mirror takes time to adjust its reflection. Trust the process and keep going, even when you don't see immediate results. Look for evidence. Start noticing small signs that your new reality is coming true. Celebrate every little win and express gratitude for it. Reframe setbacks. When challenges arise, see them as opportunities for growth. Ask empowering questions like, what can I learn from this? Maintain a positive focus. Train your mind to look for the good in every situation. Practice gratitude daily. Align your actions. Start taking actions that align with your new self-image and beliefs. Act as if you're already the person you want to be. Stay open to opportunities. Be open to unexpected ways your desires might manifest. Sometimes, success comes in forms we didn't anticipate. Remember, using the mirror principle isn't about perfection, it's about progress. You don't have to maintain positive thoughts 100% of the time. When you catch yourself slipping into old patterns, gently guide yourself back to your new way of thinking. Also, don't forget to enjoy the journey. Yes, you're working towards success, but the real magic is in who you become along the way. As you practice the mirror principle, you'll likely find yourself becoming more positive, more resilient, more creative, and more empowered. These changes in yourself are the real success. Everything else is just a bonus. And here's a final, crucial point. Be open to how success manifests in your life. Sometimes we get so fixated on how we think things should happen that we miss the wonderful ways they are happening. Trust that the universe, or life, or whatever you want to call it, often has plans even better than what we can imagine for ourselves. As you apply the mirror principle, you might find opportunities coming to you in unexpected ways. Maybe instead of getting that promotion you wanted, you're offered an even better position in a different department. Or perhaps instead of winning the lottery, which, let's face it, isn't very likely, you discover a business idea that becomes wildly successful. Stay open, stay positive, and trust the process. We've covered a lot of ground in this guide to the mirror principle. We've explored how your inner world shapes your outer reality, how to change your self-image and worldview, the importance of consistency and patience, and how to deal with setbacks. You now have a powerful tool at your disposal, a simple yet profound method to attract more success into your life. But here's the thing, knowledge alone isn't enough. The mirror principle isn't something that works by simply understanding it intellectually. It's a practice, a way of living. It requires action, commitment, and persistence. So, what's your next step? I encourage you to start right now. Take a few minutes after reading this to write down your new self-image statements and your new beliefs about how the world works. Start your practice of reading them morning and night. Begin looking for evidence of your new reality and celebrating small wins. Remember, you're not just trying to attract external success, you're becoming a new version of yourself, a version that is more confident, more positive, more resilient, and more empowered. And that, my friend, is the real success. As you embark on this journey, be kind to yourself. Change takes time, and there might be moments of doubt or frustration. That's okay. It's all part of the process. Just keep coming back to your new thoughts and beliefs. Keep aligning your actions with the person you want to be, and keep trusting in the power of the mirror principle. You have within you the power to shape your reality. You are the author of your life story, and with the mirror principle, you have a powerful tool to write a story of success, joy, and fulfillment. So, are you ready to step into your power? Are you ready to become the person you've always known you could be? Are you ready to see a reflection of success, abundance, and joy in the mirror of life? Your journey begins now, and I can't wait to see the amazing things you'll create in your life. Remember, the world is your mirror. Show it the best of who you are, and watch as it reflects back a life beyond your wildest dreams.